In the wrong hands, love is just another blade. It starts like any modern fairy tale DMs that feel fated, messages that arrive when your guard is low, but this isn't romance, it's a hunt. In 2024, global losses to a scam known as pig butchering surpassed $4.4 billion. The name is as cruel as the scheme itself. Like fattening pigs before slaughter, victims are emotionally groomed before being financially drained. What makes it insidious isn't just the money, it's the betrayal. Because here, love isn't a feeling, it's leverage. What if the perfect good morning text wasn't love, but bait? It always begins softly. You're tired, lonely. Maybe your last relationship ended in a way that left a bruise. Or maybe you've been single so long that your phone's silence has started to feel like judgment. And then, ping. Someone attractive messages you, maybe on Tinder, maybe out of nowhere on WhatsApp, saying they got the wrong number. They ask how your day is, compliment your dog in the profile pic, share a breakfast photo that looks homemade but curated. They're attentive, gentle, different. The pace is perfect, not too fast, never pushing. They ask about your dreams. They say they miss your goodnight texts. And when they open up about their own struggles, a strict father, a lost sibling, the pressure of their job, it feels real. Because it is designed to feel real. Scammers call this stage building the pig pen. You're not just being charmed, you're being softened, prepped, fattened with emotional investment, not calories. One man, Shan Haynes, a respected Kansas banker, was so convinced by the connection that he siphoned off over $47 million his bank's money to impress a woman he'd never met in person. He sent her crypto. She sent emojis. Now he's serving 24 years in prison. But Haynes isn't alone. Thousands fall for the same illusion every year because the scam doesn't come dressed in greed, it comes dressed in tenderness. And once you feel seen, safe, special, you'll do anything to keep that feeling. But the romance, that's only the first illusion. Once trust is established, the bait deepens. They start talking about investing casually, almost reluctantly. I didn't want to mention this, but you're the only one I trust. They show you screenshots of profits skyrocketing charts, success stories from friends who made 6 figures in just months. They're not asking for your money directly. Instead, they invite you to try it for yourself. Just a little, maybe $300, maybe $500. You send it to a trading platform they recommend, one that looks professional, responsive, even impressive. And it works at first. You watch your balance grow. You're even able to withdraw some profits. It feels real because that's exactly the point. This is what scammers call initial confidence boosting. It's the emotional equivalent of handing you a small win before taking the whole pot. Then come the bigger promises. If you invest $10,000, you get access to VIP trades, or double rewards, or early access to a new crypto token. Everything looks legitimate. The dashboards are sleek, the graphs are green. They even have fake customer service reps ready to reassure you if you ask questions. But the moment you try to withdraw a large amount, a temporary hold, a processing fee, a government tax that needs to be paid first. You're encouraged to just send a bit more to unlock the withdrawal. It's almost done, they say. You've come this far. And then darkness. No more messages, no more support. The website vanishes, your balance is gone. What remains is the echo of something that never really existed. And the only question left in your mind is, where did they take it all? The money didn't just vanish, it was funneled into a global operation more disturbing than most people imagine. Behind the soft emojis and breakfast selfies are literal compounds, fortress-like buildings scattered across Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar. From the outside, they look like call centers. Inside, they're more like prisons. In 2025, Amnesty International uncovered 53 such scam compounds in Cambodia alone. Many are run by organized crime networks who kidnap or lure workers, often young, desperate, or unemployed, with promises of high-paying tech jobs. What they find instead is digital slavery. Phones are confiscated, passports destroyed. Electric batons are used on underperformers. Beatings are routine. Those who try to escape are sold to other compounds like livestock. And their job? Pretend to fall in love with you. These workers are trained to study psychology, emotional manipulation, and crypto terminology. They're given scripts, hundreds of them, tailored for divorced women, lonely men, or struggling immigrants. They run multiple personas on dating apps simultaneously. It's not one person grooming you, it's a rotating shift of operators trained to wear the same mask. And they have quotas. If they don't make enough money, someone gets hurt. It's a perfect storm. Emotional manipulation on the outside, physical coercion on the inside. It's romance wrapped in trafficking, deception fueled by desperation. And the moment one compound is discovered, another quietly rises in its place. But these operations were about to get a terrifying upgrade. At first, it took a real person to trick you. Now it doesn't have to. Welcome to the age of AI-enhanced scams. In 2025, investigators began sounding alarms about a new wave of pig butchering, one powered not by romance but by code. Scammers are now using AI-generated chatbots, deepfake video calls, and voice cloning to run dozens of fake relationships at once. Think about it. Why waste a single scammer on a single target when a trained language model can sweet-talk hundreds simultaneously, 24 hours a day, no sleep required? These bots can mimic texting styles. They remember details. They escalate emotional intimacy exactly on cue. Combine that with a deepfake video, someone FaceTiming you from Bali, blowing you a kiss, and the illusion becomes almost impossible to detect. In one case, a woman believed she had daily video calls with her crypto-savvy boyfriend for 3 months, until an expert showed her how the same face, with the same wink, appeared in 20 scam reports across 4 continents. And the scammers? They don't even need to speak English anymore. AI tools translate messages, synthesize emotion, even add typo quirks to feel human. This isn't catfishing, it's algorithmic warfare. TRM Labs warned in a 2025 report. Pig butchering scams are now operating like SaaS companies, scalable, automated, and terrifyingly efficient. You're not being targeted because you're weak. You're being targeted because you're human. And in a world where the feelings are fake but the blockchain is real, it's the receipts, not the romance, that lead to truth. For a long time, these scammers operated in the shadows, faceless, borderless, almost untouchable. But now the chase is on. In early 2024, the FBI launched Operation Level Up, a full-force initiative targeting pig butchering syndicates by following the money trail not through banks but across the blockchain. Unlike love, the blockchain doesn't lie. Every transaction leaves a scar. By mid-2025, the operation had already identified over 6,475 victims and prevented more than $400 million in additional losses. That's not just policing, that's recovery. Interpol joined in, launching coordinated raids across Southeast Asia. In Cambodia alone, authorities arrested over 2,400 suspects in the first half of 2025. And for the first time, these crimes weren't treated as internet nuisances, they were treated as organized cyber trafficking. One of the biggest busts involved a Chinese couple accused of scamming over $9 million from U.S. victims through a web of fake apps, deepfake calls, and emotional manipulation. U.S. courts are now working to seize $6 million in crypto wallets tied to the operation. Still, for every wallet traced, a dozen new ones open. For every compound raided, another rebrands and resurfaces under a new name. The scam is constantly evolving, adjusting, upgrading, hiding behind VPNs and AI-generated identities. But now law enforcement isn't just reacting. They're learning. And they're not just tracing code. They're listening to victims. Because behind every cold address on the blockchain is someone who once believed in love. And the heartbreak is only just beginning. The financial loss is devastating, but the emotional wreckage cuts deeper. Many victims don't just lose savings, they lose dignity, trust, the version of themselves who believed love could be safe again. Take Jacqueline Crenshaw, a widow from Connecticut. She met Mark, a kind-hearted contractor working abroad. He sent her flowers, voice notes, even prayed with her. Over the course of 8 months, she sent him nearly $1 million. When she tried to withdraw funds from the trading app he recommended, she was met with system delays, then government fees, then silence. The number stopped working, the profile vanished. So did her retirement, her mortgage payments, and the last of her hope. When interviewed, Jacqueline didn't cry about the money. She cried because she felt ashamed. Ashamed she ignored her instincts, ashamed to admit she just wanted someone to talk to. And she's not alone. TRM Labs estimates that only 15% of victims ever come forward. Most stay silent. Why? Because they fear what the world will think of them. because no one wants to be called desperate or dumb for believing in connection. But the truth is, these scams work not because people are stupid, but because they're human. We're wired for stories, for empathy, for believing in the voice that says, "I miss you." The scammers exploit that. And when the illusion collapses, what remains is a void. You check the messages again, reread the jokes, listen to the voice notes one last time, and it hits you. You weren't just scammed, you were ghosted by a ghost. So how do you protect yourself in a world where love can be faked, voices can be cloned, and romance comes with a price tag? You don't need to become paranoid, you need to become aware. Here's your shield of skepticism, 5 simple checks that could save you from becoming the next silent headline. 1. Reverse image search. Take any profile picture and run it through a reverse image tool like Google or TinEye. If it shows up on stock photo sites or dozens of profiles across continents, it's a lie. 2. Video call early. Don't accept excuses. If someone avoids face-to-face video after multiple attempts, assume something is off. Deepfakes struggle with spontaneity. Ask them to do something live and unscripted like turning around, sneezing, or showing their hand. 3. Micro-withdrawal test. Before investing anything significant on a platform, try withdrawing a small amount. If there's delay, resistance, or excuses, walk away. 4. Check domain age and company registration. Use Whois tools to check how long a website has existed. Scam sites are often just weeks old. No real company has a 7-day-old trading platform with guaranteed returns. 5. Keep love and money separate. It sounds obvious, until it isn't. If a romantic interest brings up investment within weeks or worse, within days, it's a scam. Real love doesn't come with deposit instructions. These are not just digital tricks, they're emotional filters, because when you lead with loneliness, you become easy to script. The best protection? Trust but verify, especially when the love seems too perfect to be real. Let's take a breath. You've just walked through betrayal, manipulation, and heartbreak wrapped in a smile. That's a lot to carry. So now, just pause. Imagine a quiet afternoon, no notifications, a cup of tea, maybe chamomile, a page turning gently in your hand, not a screen, not a scam, a story. Because not every stranger is a threat, not every message is a lie. Somewhere, beyond the fake DMs and fabricated love stories, are voices still writing honestly about pain, resilience, and what it means to be human. If you want a space to sit with those reflections, may I gently invite you to explore the writings of Gari Nguyen. She's a 29-year-old author currently living in Silicon Valley who has published 13 books in Vietnam since the age of 17. Her work blends emotional storytelling with spiritual reflection. They don't preach. They don't sell promises. They just see you. Try titles like Just Hear Me Out or A Luxury Item Called Me Both, available on Amazon. Her stories move quietly, like a hand on your back when you didn't realize you needed comfort. Because healing doesn't always arrive with noise. Sometimes it comes with stillness, a line that lingers, a paragraph that says the thing you didn't know how to ask for. So if you're tired of love that costs you something, maybe start with a book that gives something back. A reminder that being sensitive isn't a flaw, it's your superpower. In the end, pig butchering isn't just a scam, it's a mirror reflecting back how deeply we all want to be loved, seen, understood. It weaponizes our longing. It doesn't chase greed, it chases grief. Divorcees, widows, immigrants, burned-out professionals, they're not just targets. They're people who opened the door because someone knocked kindly. And that's what makes it hurt more than a hacked bank account. This isn't just financial theft. It's emotional violence. But awareness is the first antidote. You now know how they work, how they talk, how they trap, and how to spot the cracks in the illusion. If this video made you pause, even once, share it. Not for me, but for someone who might be on the edge right now, reading a "Good Morning Beautiful" text that feels a little too polished. Ask them gently, do you feel safe? Do you feel seen? Do you really know who you're talking to? Because real love isn't built on pressure, urgency, or urgency masked as opportunity. It's built on truth. And the next time someone tells you that trusting them is the best investment you'll ever make, remember this. Love should never ask you to empty your wallet to prove your heart. Stay aware, stay open, but above all, stay sovereign. We don't stop believing in love. We just learn to believe in it more wisely.